Have you ever picked up your phone to check one tiny thing and somehow lost an entire hour? Lately, I've realized it's not just stealing time. It's stealing our attention, our peace, and our ability to fully experience our lives. So many of us spend hours scrolling, checking, and refreshing, and we walk away feeling more overstimulated than fulfilled. But what would happen if we slowly created a healthier, more intentional relationship with technology? Not by throwing our phones away, but by learning how to use them more consciously. Because I think most of us just want to feel calmer, more present, more connected to our real lives again. So in this video, I want to share 12 simple habits that have genuinely helped me use my phone less, feel mentally calmer, and be more present in my everyday life. The first thing that changed everything for me was simply becoming aware of how much time I was actually spending on my phone, because most of us underestimate it. If you go into your screen time settings, you can see how many hours you spend on your phone, which apps take most of your attention, how often you pick it up, and how many times a day you're interrupted by notifications. It's so true that the first step toward change is awareness, because once I saw the numbers, I started noticing something even deeper. Not just how much I was using my phone, but how often I was reaching for it without even thinking. I recently did a 24-hour digital detox. No phone, no computer, no TV, nothing digital. And even though it was pretty short, it was enough for me to realize how often I reach for my phone automatically. Not intentionally, but instinctively. Any quiet moment, any slight discomfort, any moment of boredom, my brain immediately wanted stimulation. So something I find very helpful is whenever I feel the urge to grab my phone, I pause for a second and I ask myself, why am I reaching for my phone? A lot of the time, the answer is, I'm bored, I'm anxious, I just want stimulation. And that tiny pause interrupts autopilot. It creates a small moment where you can choose intentionally instead of reacting automatically. And once I started to notice how automatic the habit had become, I realized why phones feel so hard to put down in the first place. Every notification, like, message, or refresh gives the brain a tiny dopamine hit, basically a quick reward signal that keeps us wanting more. Over time, we stop reaching for our phones consciously, and we start reaching for them automatically, not necessarily because we truly want to, but because we're uncomfortable. We're overwhelmed, lonely, stressed, or simply trying to avoid silence. And I think this is really important to remember, because this isn't just about discipline. The truth is, a lot of these apps are intentionally designed to compete for your attention. So instead of blaming ourselves, it's more helpful to create systems that support us. One of the simplest ways to interrupt the cycle is reducing how often your phone interrupts you first. Every buzz, vibration, banner, and little red badge pulls your attention away from the present moment. So what I like to do is keep almost all notifications turned off except for calls and messages from real people who may genuinely need to reach me. Everything else, emails, social media, breaking news, app deals, all of that can wait until I intentionally choose to check it. I learned that the quieter my phone became, the quieter my mind started to feel too. Our phones are intentionally designed to keep us visually stimulated. The bright colors, app icons, notifications, none of this is done by accident. And something that really helps is making your phone feel a little more boring. You can switch your phone to grayscale, use a simple wallpaper, remove unnecessary apps from your home screen, and only keep essentials visible. And it's surprising how much less tempting your phone feels when it stops constantly competing for your attention. Let's be honest, it's probably not the calculator app keeping most of us on our phones for hours. So take a look at your screen time report and ask yourself, what apps are taking up most of my time? For a lot of people, it's social media, email, shopping apps, or constant news consumption. And if certain apps consistently make you feel anxious, overstimulated, or disconnected from yourself, try deleting them for a few days and notice how you feel. The great thing is you can still access most things from a browser if you truly need to, but adding even a tiny bit of friction can dramatically reduce mindless scrolling. Using your phone as an alarm clock creates this cycle where your phone becomes the first thing you see in the morning and the last thing you see at night. And this constant connection to stimulation can quietly affect your sleep, your stress levels, and even the way you start your day. That's why getting a physical alarm clock is a great solution. The more separation we can create from our phones, the better. And once you stop using your phone as an alarm clock, it becomes much easier to stop sleeping beside it too. A habit that really helps is creating a charging station outside the bedroom, whether that's in the kitchen, living room, or another space in your home. And then set a simple boundary. About an hour before bed, plug your phone in there and leave it there until morning. This small habit can completely change your evenings. They become quieter, calmer, and much more restful. And I'm curious, which habit feels the most realistic for you to try so far? Or if you've already been trying to use your phone less, what's been helping you lately? I would love to hear your experience in the comments. One thing I noticed after spending less time on my phone is that I had forgotten what I actually enjoyed doing offline. So make a list of things you genuinely enjoy that don't involve a screen. It could be things like reading, journaling, stretching, going for walks, cooking, doing a puzzle, playing with a pet, because this isn't just about not using your phone. It's about reconnecting with the parts of life that make you feel present and genuinely fulfilled. Another thing that's really helped me is intentionally creating moments without my phone. Maybe it's no phones during meals, no phones during walks, no phones in the bathroom, or no phone during the first 30 minutes of the morning. And I'm not gonna lie, at first these moments can feel strange, awkward, maybe like something is missing, but over time, they honestly start feeling peaceful. And the more time you spend fully present in your actual life, the less appealing constant scrolling starts to feel. I also started noticing how often random thoughts pulled me out of the present moment. I'd be in the middle of something and suddenly feel the urge to instantly Google something completely unimportant. Random things like, I wonder how old that actor is. What's that song called again? What year did that happen? And before you know it, you're completely pulled out of the moment. So whenever a random thought pops into your head, instead of instantly reaching for your phone, write it down and tell yourself, I'll look it up later. And honestly, most of the time when you revisit the list later, you realize the question doesn't even feel important anymore. It's such a small habit, but it slowly teaches your brain that not every curiosity needs an immediate answer. I think our constant state of distraction has slowly weakened our ability to focus deeply on one thing for any real amount of time. Our attention span needs a bit of retraining, and an easy way to rebuild it is by setting aside 15 to 30 minutes a day to do one thing fully, intentionally, and without your phone anywhere in sight. It could be something simple like reading a physical book, playing an instrument, cooking a meal, folding laundry, or even cleaning or organizing a small space. What matters isn't what you do, but how you do it. Be fully present. And when your mind inevitably wanders, gently bring it back to what you're doing. In a way, this is like meditation in motion, and it's one of the most powerful ways to slowly rebuild your ability to focus and stay present. I'll have a video linked in the description where I share 25 ways you can do this in your everyday life. And I think this might be the deeper issue underneath all of it. Somewhere along the way, many of us have become uncomfortable with stillness. The second there's a quiet moment, waiting in line, riding an elevator, sitting at a red light, we instantly reach for stimulation. We've become genuinely afraid of silence and being alone with our thoughts. I think it's time we learn to embrace stillness. The next time you find yourself waiting, resist the impulse to pull out your phone and instead just look around. Observe people, pay attention to your breathing, let your thoughts wander. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but over time, these tiny quiet moments start to feel meaningful again. Because when we stop filling every second with noise, we create space to actually experience our lives more deeply. At the end of the day, this isn't really about spending less time on your phone. It's about being more present in your actual life, for the quiet moments, for your relationships, for your creativity, for your peace of mind. Because this is your life, and it's happening at every moment, and you get to choose what you want to pay attention to. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to know which habit you want to try first in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here. Take care, and I'll see you soon.